Hey there, welcome back to the Barrow. I am the Barrow White. Today we're playing some more NIMBY rails. It's our German Rails series, and we're up to episode number 23, Regional Express 3 from Hof to Freiberg in Sachsen. Start off in the town of Hof. Don't hassle with the Hof. And we begin our trek northward, more northeastward. Now you have the old Hof, and this is the new Hof, Neuhof. Of course, all part of Hof. And there are a lot of place names in Germany that have Hof at the end. And it kind of means like, I don't know, place, farm. Court. More like a courtyard. So there's a whole city named Hof, so. Wow. We're getting pretty far east again in Germany. And our town names begin to take on this different sound to them. Not all of them, but some of them just seem more Eastern. Eastern European. So I guess generally we're heading pretty far north now, not so much east. Hof-Freiberg. Meltheuer. Now we're kind of slowly winding our way eastward, but we're kind of heading back south again. As in so many places in the country here. Lots of hills, lots of winding rails to get through the hills. Plowing. And it kind of looks like a lion holding like a wad of $50 bills. Right on, plowing. Showing off your cash. Bragging. Not only do you have a castle, but you have a big old lion thing and a lot of money. Ignore that sound. Well, now we're winding back north. You'd sit on this train and you feel like you weren't getting anywhere. Hairless green. That sounds like the Swedish chef to me. Hairless green has 2 stations. Impressive. Oh, okay. For a long time there, we had towns that did not have coats of arms. They were associated with the county or with the this or that, but they didn't seem to be like directly associated with a town. So I wasn't sure which one to pick, so I didn't pick any. But now we're into towns that have the coats of arms again. And what's interesting is the ones out here, a lot of them are very unique and not like a lot of the ones we've seen in other towns. Whereas before we saw a lot of bears and eagles and pretty common things like that, fish and so on, wheels. Here we'll see strange pairs of maidens, dudes just hanging out in fields. Very interesting things. Let's see what we get in the next few towns. Well, this one's pretty normal. Castle. Guy with a red book. Key. I seem to have like a halo around him. I don't know if that was like a Jesus figure or a guy standing in front of the sun. Neumark's another one of those towns I just couldn't figure out which, if any, coat of arms to use, so I didn't use any. Now this is a groovy one. Lots of geese, a couple castles. They seem to be the same, but different halves. Sometimes the geese are on top, sometimes the geese are beneath. Zwickau. Au is a suffix that often means water. Zwick could mean zwo, zwei, two, maybe. Maybe it's about two waters. That's why they have two sets of geese. Totally made that up, by the way. So you can pass that on as truth if you like. Another owl, Glachau. They have a castle, a moon, and a shield in the sky. Commentary isn't too interesting on this one. Just seems to be a lot of the same. A set of tracks going north, rolling around a mountain, going south, rolling around a mountain, going north. Perhaps we need to go north where we can do some straight tracks. Ooh, that looks like a racetrack of some kind. It is the Sachsenring, where they race motorcycles and probably other things. Now, many years ago, I know I like to reminisce, but many years ago, 1985 to be exact, I went to the very first Rock am Ring, which is an outdoor music festival. It was 3 days, and it was at Nürburgring, which is another racetrack, but it's famous for Formula One, and it's also famous for being able to pay to drive on it. And there are a lot of videos on the internet of people driving their cars, sometimes not very sporty cars at all, and sometimes very expensive sports cars. And there are a lot of videos online of people at the Nürburgring, probably at the Sachsenring as well, wrecking their cars or racing them, but usually not being successful in their tries to go as fast as possible around these racetracks. What's interesting is that Nürburgring, for one, rents cars that you can drive around the track. And the video shows lots of people wrecking those cars, those rental cars. So that's going to be an expensive rental, and I imagine the insurance is quite high as well. Now we're back to big scary black wolves. I think the bigger a town is, the more likely it is to have a wolf or an eagle, because that had something to do with the empire or the king or something, a bigger power than just local. Chemnitz is pretty big, and it does have a football team, and I almost put them on here, but I can't put every football team on here. Their football team is in the 4th league, so I figured, I'll stick with 1st, maybe 2nd league, but I don't want to have to put every football team in Germany on the screen here, because most people wouldn't know them, and I certainly wouldn't. The big ones I know. 1st league, and even the 2nd league a lot of times. But 4th league, nah. So you can tell that Chemnitz is big because we've been a few stations now, and we're still running into that big black scary werewolf looking thing. See, now here's a cool one. Here's a dude down at the river just with a scythe, just cutting some potatoes. here's the two maidens I was telling you about. They got their fancy purses, and they're walking around the globe. That's Floa and her sister Floa. Fleur. Oh, that's a hard one. Somebody tell me how to pronounce it. Falconau makes me think that it must be a falcon, but that bird looked funny. Holy smokes, it looked like a cartoon falcon. Sorry, Falconau. I don't dig your coat of arms. Please don't send your falcon to hurt me. I totally forgot or missed the station at Frankenstein. I'm sorry. I don't think there was a town there anymore, but there was a stop. And I completely missed it. But at least I got the town name down there so you could see where it was. And is. Oh my gosh, we've made it to Freisachs. And look, another castle, another black werewolf. This one's in the castle, or maybe under the castle. Can't really tell. But this town is big. It's got 3 towers in its castle. So in recent versions of NIMBY Rails, when you use the branch feature with double tracks, they'll be twisted. And that didn't used to do that, but now they're twisted. Or they used to twist occasionally, and when they did, you could shake it and they would untwist. Now you have to hit the Alt key, and sometimes you have to hold it, and sometimes you just have to tap it, and it'll untwist them. But that's a feature, or not a feature, it's something that happens in the game that I wish would not have changed. I mean, it's not a big deal, but it's a little inconvenient, especially with as many branches as I've been doing. Here, if it does it, I'll show you. You've probably noticed it, but if it does it again, I'll show you what I mean. Except I don't think I'm going to do much more building. Now I'm just going to mark out the stops for the line, put some trains on it. Again, I'm using the same trains I've been using the whole time, the 112s. Then I'm going to use that same train everywhere in Germany for all of my regional express lines, just to keep it simple. So now I clone 2. I want a total of 4. I put a schedule on the first, clone it twice, and I take that third one, that third train, and I change. So first I delete all the days except for the first day. Then I change the starting station from Hof to Freiberg, right there. And then I change the depot that goes in at night to the one up at Freiberg. Copy all the days. Now I want 2 of each train, so now that I only have 1 train with that new start and stop, I clone it. Now I have 4 trains. You can see it right there, 4 red trains on a Regional Express 3 from Hof to Freiberg. Sucks. Oops, that was me again. I kind of enjoy watching when I first put trains on the line like this and they all drop on at the same time. I kind of enjoy watching as they space themselves out so that within an hour or two, usually within 2 or 3 hours, I guess you'd say, they equalize so that they are about an hour apart. In this case, they're 52 minutes apart. Now you can see all of Germany. We're still pretty far south. We have a lot further north to go. And eventually we will get north. And once we get past all that dark green in the landscape, it gets pretty flat, or a lot flatter. So that's all for this episode. It's really been a good one because there were so many stations to put down and a lot of rails. Matter of fact, 120 kilometers of new rails, 36 new stations. That's getting close to the most we've done in one line. And this is Regional Express. The trains don't even stop at all of these. Well, I guess that doesn't make sense. So a total of 1,778, 379 stations. The Regional Express won't stop at all these. The Regional Bahn, or B lines, will. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you're enjoying the series. Please hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. Please drop a comment. Love to hear what you think. I guess that's all I got for today. So thanks again for watching. Have a great day and enjoy the music as it plays out.